Disability rights are more tied up than ever with politics, with what is going on in Washington these days. I'm Annette Bourbonniere from Nothing Without Us, Stories and Discussions of Meaningful Inclusion. If you like this podcast, please drop me a like, and it's really important that I get some feedback from people. It's going to help me keep this going. I don't have any advertisers as of yet, and I certainly have no sponsors. So I need you, the listeners, to help me stay afloat here. So we are definitely in a crisis, and what is going on, what the orange face monster, because I don't want to say his name, is doing, that is destroying our lives, is pretty terrifying. We know that they're closing the Federal Department of Education. What that means is that federal rights will also not have to be enforced, because Section 504 is that, as it relates to student accommodations, is part of the is because of federal legislation. And if the schools are not getting federal money, they are not going to be required to provide them. Now, we are in Rhode Island, and I am grateful at this point in time for being in Rhode Island, because there is legislation pending on the state level that will protect the rights of people with disabilities, at least as far as Section 504 goes. So, this is important, and I have been supporting that. It's one of the reasons I haven't been on as often, because I have tried to be involved in some legislation here, and multiple other things going on, and it's been a little tough to keep up. So I will add that if you help me stay afloat here so that I can earn enough money so I can hire an assistant, it would be really great. But in the meantime, there will be times where, when I'm missing, it's not that I'm not doing anything, it's just that I'm trying to keep up and I'm treading water. So again, I have been supporting this legislation with the Department of Education, supporting protests and that. But I want to also keep you informed of the things that are going on that are affecting us, and it's affecting the disability community. Now, all these, instead of getting away with just closing Social Security, because, well, that would be pretty messy for him to do, he's doing a backdoor on this. Let's close the offices, make it harder for people to access what they need. Oh, wait a minute, you've been getting Social Security 5 years. Well, wait a minute, why don't you come in and prove you're who you are? Oh, and you do have to go in for that, and your office, the nearest office, may be 60 miles away now, and you might be in line for 3 hours or more. So, I mean, this is a way of cutting Social Security, keeping us away from the things that we need. What they're doing with veterans benefits, they're cutting veterans benefits, but at the same time that they're doing all of this, there are mass firings of people on the federal level, including veterans. So we're firing people, but not giving them the supports that they need to go on with life. And in some cases, these firings are leaving people with bad marks on their employment history, making it even more difficult for them to move on. Other things that Congress is doing now that, those people that I thought in the House of Representatives, there were some that I thought had found their backbone and recognized that being primaried is no longer the worst threat in the world, seeing as the backing of the orange face monster and Elon Musk did not save everybody, and that people that need to face their constituents, they're finding out that even Republican constituents are really, really angry. So their jobs are in jeopardy no matter what they do. But it says a lot about them that they, almost found a spine and then did not. So now they have passed the enabling legislation to pass this, what they're calling a continuing resolution. But again, it's a backdoor way of putting in a new budget that cuts a great deal that we should not be cutting at this point in time. And part of what they're cutting will definitely be Medicaid. These are going to be really deep cuts too. And SNAP, food stamp benefits, childcare, the things that we need to, move forward. So again, this is a scary, scary time. People, I hope you join one of the local protests. I believe there will be some more coming up in the next couple of weeks. We need to make it clear we cannot give up. We cannot afford to stand down. We don't need to be violent. I think we should be peaceful, but we do have to make it clear that this is our country, that we are a country of laws, that we are a country that allows due process, and that we have the right to all of this. And that includes people with disabilities who should not be cut off. We should not be cut off from Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP benefits, or even the supports that allow us to work, such as the ADA, which I think is also in jeopardy. So let's keep fighting. Let's remember that unfortunately politics and disability are more closely tied together than we would like them to be. So we do need to remain informed. I can tell you that, in the near future, both Senator Whitehouse and Senator Reid will join me, and we will talk about disability issues and what can be done. I will also be inviting Rhode Island's congressman, and if anybody else wants to join and give us some hope, give us a pathway to making sure we live a safe and secure life, I'm open to that as well. So again, this is why I wasn't here for a while. Now I am back, or I'm trying to be. I'm fighting. I'm not giving up, but it is a very stressful time. We need to band together. We need to make things happen. So please drop me a line. If you've got some ideas about us fighting back, please tell me. Please, let me know what you think we can do, and we can talk about it on this. I would really be open to that. So in the meantime, I'm Annette from Nothing Without Us. If you like these episodes, if you want to be informed, if you want to talk about disability issues and disability rights and disability inclusion, please let me know. Let's talk about what we can do. I don't know if you remember that if somebody is on the activist level of membership, which is the highest level of membership, I will be starting a monthly Discord meeting where we can have a live discussion of things that are of value to people with disabilities and in value in relation to meaningful inclusion. I have these sub-series called Bitch on Wheels. Yeah, I know, it's fitting, isn't it? And that is also open to people on the ally and activist levels. And this regular series, you can subscribe at, for free, but I do ask that you do subscribe. Drop me a like, tell your friends. Your friends can find me on patreon.com/nothingwithoutus. And they can also find me on YouTube, Spotify, and you can find me on LinkedIn and Blue Sky. And so until the next Nothing Without Us, I'm Annette.